A baker's dozen, sir, of what I presume to be bills, writs, and final notices. And this, I hazard a guess, is an invitation to one of Lady Cynthia's soirees.
Oh, God.
Precisely, sir. However, we have better news, a possible way to recoup our recent losses.
Hemmings. Nelson Hemmings. Big bank job, crime of the decade. Got away with a cool million.
A cool million, sir, never recovered. And 10% of that, sir?
100,000 crisp ones.
Precisely, sir. Precisely.
We must go to town, Paul. This is a job that calls for the baby.
Would you care for a mint, sir?
Chariot for Nelson Hemmings, would you say?
Odds on, sir.
He stopped. I can see, sir. You're too close, Sergeant. It can't be.
It is. It has to be.
What, Sergeant?
The Mason brothers, sir.
Mason brothers. Nelson, he's taking off. Sergeant Sennett.
It's all right, it's all right.
It isn't all right. You've lost him.
You're his pill in a place, sir.
Sergeant Sennett, don't just sit there.
Sir, I just saw Sir Anthony Rose in that car.
That's a green Austin 7. Sir Anthony drives a cream Rolls Royce.
There must be something wrong with your eyesight, Paul.
On the contrary, sir, I have 20/20 vision.
Ah, I've got Nelson. He's answering the telephone. He doesn't seem to be... He's not talking. He seems to be hesitating. He's hung up. He's left the room.
What does that information tell us, sir?
Not a lot, does it?
Perhaps a contact? Someone connected with the loot? Or perhaps someone he's doubtful about?
That's why he hung up.
Changed his mind?
Well, how does that help?
I really have no idea.
Let's think about this. Well, we must think about this. A drink would help. Booty. Where is it stashed? Probably in the house.
It could be here.
I doubt it. Well, the truth is...
Could be anywhere.
Anywhere. The question is, what do we do next? Obviously, we can't let him out of our sight.
But he could be holed up over there for days.
Exactly. We must think of a plan.
Or we could be sitting here. Definitely.
Funny.
Sir?
There used to be a horse between these shafts.
But I thought we were supposed to be coming up with a plan, sir.
Yes. Well, this place is not conducive to constructive thought. I need to be alone.
Oh, in that case, sir, why don't I?
Exactly. No need for us both to be here. We take it in turns, till either he makes a move or we come up with a course of action.
Might I suggest, sir, that we decide who takes the first shift by tossing a coin?
No, you may not suggest. Given the ambiance of the flat, I'm sure I shall solve our problem straight away. Save us both a great deal of discomfort.
Us, sir? You do realize you can't take the baby?
Can't take the baby?
If Nelson decides to leave the estate by motor, then I'll have to keep tabs on him now, won't I?
Yes. Yes, you will.
There's a station in Chitlington.
Chitlington? Dick, it must be a mile away.
2 miles at least, sir.
That's Sir Anthony's cream Rolls Royce.
It's black, sir.
It's cream at the sides.
Yes, sir.
As it's parked outside his flat, it would suggest that he was not driving around the country in an Austin 7.
But, sir, that was this morning.
Sergeant Sennett.
Yes, sir.
Now just keep quiet. Leave the talking to your superior officer.
Yes, sir.
Inspector Bradley. What a surprise. I wasn't expecting you. Come in.
Thank you, Sir Anthony. I'm very pleased to have caught you at home.
Caught me? That strikes something of a sinister note.
Ah, we take the joke. No, nothing sinister, I assure you. No, helpful you have always been, Sir Anthony, even though you have so often got the better of us with your defensive brilliance as a barrister. The criminal world owes you a great debt.
Well, those old Bailey days are long gone, Inspector. And the criminals have all paid their debts, one way and another. Now, how can I help you?
Well, there is a little matter that you might be able to shed a bit of light on, if it's convenient.
Well, if I can shed a little light, I'll gladly shed it.
Good health.
Cheers.
To light shedding.
Yes, yes. Nelson Hemmings.
Nelson Hemmings, big bank job.
I expect you know that his appeal succeeded, and he was, in fact, released from jail early this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Scandalous.
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 But we do know he didn't have time to conceal the booty.
He didn't?
No, not in a couple of days.
Not in a couple of days.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not in a couple of days.
So we thought we'd keep him under glass.
Observation.
Observation.
Hoping he'd head back for the honeypot.
Yes, I like that. Honeypot. Unfortunately, other people have the same idea.
How many others, Inspector?
Well, the Mason brothers?
His accomplices?
Without doubt.
No proof, of course.
No. But, there's a strange thing.
You lost touch with Mason?
Perhaps. How did you know that?
Yes.
An inspired guess.
Yes. But, that wasn't the strange thing.
No?
No. There was a mix-up, and, we were passed by Baby Austin.
Baby Austin? What's so strange about that?
Sergeant Sennett believes that he got a glimpse of you, Sir Anthony.
A glimpse of me, Sennett? In a Baby Austin?
It was so quick.
I trust, Sennett, you know the difference between a Baby Austin and my motor car.
That's exactly what I said, Sir Anthony, but he insisted.
I didn't insist. I merely said that there was it looked like...
Yes. And you had to verify what you thought you saw. But all the same, Sennett. Baby Austin. You know, gentlemen, it occurs to me that this might be the kind of business that would attract the mixer.
Dans mon dernier verre, mon pain, dans mon dernier verre, je ne vois plus la lumière si claire, mon pain, si claire. Donne-moi une dernière danse, mon pain, donne-moi une dernière danse. Je n'entends plus la romance dans l'air, mon bras, dans l'air.
Allô? Madame Delorme? Ah oui, oui. Bien sûr. Oui, vous avez la chance. Attendez.
Allô?
Diane? Diane, baby, it's your Nelson. Are you there?
You should not have called me. It's over. You agreed it was over. You admitted all those things, all those lies. How do you expect me to speak with you now?
Diane, baby, let me explain.
Explain. Nothing can explain.
Baby, I want to make it up to you. I want you to have everything. Believe me, Diane, I must see you. I'm in a bit of a spot.
Spot? What kind of spot is it?
If anything happens to me, everything for you. And that spells money, baby. Money, money, money.
What do you mean, everything for me?
Come over. Take the early morning train and the first boat. You'll be here tomorrow and I'll be waiting. If by any chance I'm not here, call Charles at the plaza.
What the devil are you doing here?
He's gone.
Gone?
Nelson Hemming's gone.
You mean left the house?
Yes, sir. Sped off in his motor.
But you were supposed to follow him.
I couldn't.
Why not?
Well, I had a flat tire.
Tire?
I see, sir, you were bringing chicken. Do you think we could eat it here? I'm really rather hungry. You see, sir, logic tells me that if Nelson returns tonight, he won't leave the house again until later in the day, by which time, of course, we'll be back in position.
What if he doesn't return at all?
Well, then, sir, we do have a problem if, as you say, he's flown the coop. Sir, if Nelson is at home, and we tell him we've broken down, oughtn't we be able to tell him what we've broken down from?
Something to do with electrics?
Something to do with the electrics.
I think we should give the place the once-over. Agreed? Oh, congratulations, Paul.
Thank you, sir. I've never found windows a problem.
Now, the thing is, where do we start?
Thank you, Charles. Remember, this is just insurance.
Oh, of course, Mr. Hemmings.
I expect to see Mademoiselle Delorme myself. In which case, we may come together for one of your new little surprises. Taxi!
The cellar might be the place to bury the booty.
Or a wall safe behind that painting, perhaps?
You're suggesting secret panels next, sir?
I suspect, Paul, you're being somewhat...
Wait for me, please. Operator? Operator? Ah, I want the Plaza. Yes, of course, the Plaza Hotel. Yes, in London.
Plaza Cocktail Bar. Charles speaking.
Oh, Charles, mon cher Charles. Yes, Diane Delorme. Of course, who else would it be? Yes. I'm still singing for my supper. Yes, it has been a long time, too long. Ah, Nelson, he has left something with you for me. Yes, I will be there this evening. Yes, I also look forward to it. À tout à l'heure.
What the devil is Diane doing in England? What the devil is she doing with a man like Nelson Hemmings? Now, why didn't she call me? What's the game?
Devious, of course, sir.
I mean, why didn't she call me?
Well, you must remember, sir, that she was born under the same sign of the zodiac as Mata Hari. Put her behind you for the moment, sir, and let us concentrate on Nelson.
What's his little game, then?
Also devious.
Yes. And then there's this little something that Nelson left for Charles. There'll be a clue in there.
No doubt we shall find ourselves this evening at the Plaza, sir.
Another thought occurs, Paul.
What thought would that be, sir?
Your flat tire.
My flat tire, sir?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it wasn't engineered by the Mason brothers. Then, consider our Blue Bottle friends, Bradley and Sinnott. They've been sniffing around. What's the old proverb about the birds and the stones?
Killing two birds with one stone, sir.
Oh, that's the one. I wonder if our friendly informer, the Weasel, knows the whereabouts of Brothers Mason.
Ah, I take your proverbs. If our Blue Bottle's attention is directed to the Masons, both parties will be occupied with each other and...
Exactly. So, first stop, the Weasel. Since you've called, I've been thinking how I could help you in this Nelson Hemmings affair.
I must say it's very public-spirited of you, Sir Anthony.
Well, with regard to the Mason boys, it would be helpful in this case if, what was your phrase, you had them under glass?
Oh, yes. Who knows? They could lead us not only to Hemmings, but also to the mixer.
Possibly.
And even to the £1,000,000 itself, perhaps, Sir Anthony.
Perhaps.
Unfortunately, we don't know the whereabouts.
Oh, but you do, Inspector.
I do?
I have been making inquiries, and I am reliably informed that the Mason boys are currently living in North London, at 143 Belsize Villas, to be precise.
The thing with Victor, it's his plants. Victor's got a thing about plants, don't you, Victor? Oh, he knows all their names. I don't just mean your chrysanthemums or your lilies of the valley. Oh, no. He's got it all in Latin, don't you, Victor? What's this one, Victor?
Commedoria elegans.
And the one you've got in your hand?
Calcium bicolor.
And that one over there?
Adiantum, Cabillus, Veneris.
You see what I mean? Oh, yes. All very nice. Plants, flowers, trees, all very nice. But they don't put the chicken on the table, do they, Nelson? Fruit. I like fruit. All kinds. Well, you know what they say. An apple a day. Mother used to say. I always call her Mother, never Ma or Mum. Lacks respect. Mother. A boy should always show respect for his mother. She used to say, you can't beat a hatpin if some fella got out of hand. That made an impression. I thought about that. I thought about it a lot. It's not messy, a hatpin. You know what I mean, Nelson? I don't like blood, you see. I can't stand the sight of blood. Hardly any juice at all, is there, Nelson? Do you take my point, Nelson?